Yo, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Just like the last time, we're starting now.
Yes, and it is recording. There we go. All right.
You know, Jose.
What up, dog?
Yo.
Oh, that nigga's on time. Turn your camera on, Brody.
Oh, my camera not on. My bad. Hold on. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
It looks real luxurious in the background there. It's real luxurious. That ain't
We try. We try.
That look like Garden City.
Yeah.
That's Garden City. What's going on, man?
Same old same, man.
It's your boy June ASG. That's all I got to say, man.
All you got to say? All right. It's your boy Foster Child, Dungeon Battle Reviews, ASG. It's the KOTD. Your boy was on the King of the Dot stream.
Oh, yeah,
You know. But yeah, go ahead, Jose.
It's Jose Langston. What you thinking? You already know. About to be another great episode, man.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Hey, man, me and Jose was at it yesterday. Well, we actually was working. We filmed it.
Okay.
Chris was in the cave, and shout out to Hank Nation. It was Hank's event. He does it yearly. I think it's number 5, right?
Yeah.
And so, for the most part, it was a good event, good turnout. They had, I think, 5 or 6 battles. And I think the headliner was Mac Meyer versus Snap. And these were all 1-round battles. Jose, you want to go through them or?
Yeah, let me pull up the flyer because I don't got it right now. Off memory, I know that
Mello and Dose.
Well, the first battle was Mello versus Dose Dope.
I got Dose Dope taking that. No bias.
Of course you did.
Yeah. Outfitleague.com.
No,
Yeah, Dope is definitely on the rise, man. He went out there and definitely did what I thought he was gonna do. Mello came with it though. It's not like it was a weak Mello. It's just Mello had more dry spots. Those Dope didn't at all. He had a lot of energy, a lot of great bars. He talked about Mello's personality and who he is in MBR, and was able to flip some of that shit in ways we hadn't heard. You know what I mean? He didn't come with the typical Mello angles. On the other hand, came with a lot of Mexican bars, you know. So, I mean, it's kind of clear, you know, but it was a good battle, though. That's my opinion.
it was definitely a good battle. I'm impressed with Dose Dope. I get a battle with Dose Dope. I thought Mello was good. And you know what's crazy about it is Mello approached the battle like, you know, I'm giving this kid a shot. Actually interviewed Mello before the battle, and he was saying, you know, he wanted to give a young guy a shot. He was like, you're never too young to give somebody underneath a shot. Pause. You never, you never have that big of a statue to give somebody a shot. So he even had some of that in his round. So he made it, so it looked like, he knew what Dose Dope could do, this, that, and other. And he took the battle serious. Like, Mello was not terrible. I mean, he wasn't bad by any means. He started off on fire. He just had a few dry spots here and there, but he was good. Mello was good, but Dose Dope seemed like every line was fire. Every bar hit. Like,
damn.
he had to stop every bar. Everything he said was fire. Every punch hit. It just seemed like that.
Wow.
Jose, am I lying?
Not at all. Not at all.
I'm impressed. I co-signed those. If he can keep doing that, my only critique of him is he should slow it down a little bit, let them punches breathe a little bit. A lot of times you try to throw a few extra words into your bars, and it kind of speeds it up. If he can just slow it down a little bit, he's crazy. But he's definitely got a pen, and he was performing too yesterday. So
Okay, what we got next?
who battled next?
The next battle was Rated versus Fire. June, I'm gonna let you kick that one off.
I like Fire, man. Fire got his ass whooped. I never thought that would happen in a one-rounder. And Fire was good. It was just, and that's another funny thing. Like, sort of like Fire ended his round saying, you can thank me for making you relevant. Like, he actually knew what Rated was going to do. So, I don't know, man. It just, maybe he said, okay, I'm going to go light. But he wasn't light, but maybe he just said, I'm not going to go, I'm going to let him get his. And Rated did not disappoint. He blew the roof off. I mean, it's so many quotables, man. I'm sitting there like hitting Jose on the shoulder because we got cameras. And he's like, oh, man, this guy going crazy.
I gotta say I'm excited for him, man, because I was one that always was a big fan of Rated, and the last couple of times that I've seen him, very disappointing. But I've always thought that he could be one of those guys in Michigan veteran. It was just a matter of his consistency, and I hope he continues and gets and carries that momentum further, because I feel like so often he'll go get crazy on somebody, and then something will happen and he won't be quite as good. So I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. For me, it was always a matter of if he was going to be prepared, or if he was. I think one time he got too drunk before a battle, and that messed up his material. So,
Boy, it was cold last night. He was cold last night.
Yeah.
He was cold. I gave him performance of the night. Performance of the night.
Jose?
No.
You know what? I didn't really think about who would get performance of the night. That hadn't even crossed my mind. But yeah, I would definitely give it to Rated. Fire wasn't a bad Fire. Fire went first. And honestly, if Rated would have came with C minus material, he would have lost. Because Fire round was good. It was
good.
I don't think he threw the round or decided to come light or anything like that. Because it was good. But who knew that he was gonna come like that? Rated. I mean, like Rated definitely was in his bag. Like Rated had something to prove. That's what it felt like. I have to say, probably like maybe the second or third time I've seen Rated live. You know, it seemed like his best live performance that I've seen. It was real different. To say Fire got his ass whooped is fair. Fire my pants though, like I said, like I'm not trying to soften what I'm saying, because Fire did have a really good round.
That's good.
Yeah, it was real good, and that's just to better explain how good Rated round was. It was great. Like it was a crazy round. So Rated got that clear. It's not even a debatable. And I think that's like the flavor of the night. I don't think it was too many debatable, honestly.
Ironically, the first live battle I ever saw was Rated versus Max the Realist. And that turned out very bad for Rated. Very bad. That was the first I ever heard of Rated, and Max handed it to him. And then last night it was like, yeah, so. But I've seen Rated be good, but so he learned, from that experience. I've seen him do better. But last night, it was the best Rated I ever seen last night. Who's next, Jose?
The next battle card was Joy Linwood versus King Chi.
Oh. What happened to King Chi, man? There was a period of time I didn't watch the. I wasn't, but there was a period of time where like you were really laying out some good matches for him, and he was looking like that. Like as far as Toledo battle rap, I didn't know about Pain, I didn't know about Rec, I didn't know about. I had met Raj. I had like King Chi was that nigga in Toledo.
I have a theory.
Voodoo.
It's Jose's fault. Ever since that card where Clean didn't show up, that shit on Jose, man.
But he had battled Loso first, right?
Yeah, he battled Loso.
But still, man, don't try to clean it up for him. This is Jose's fault, man. Foster, don't help him. What do you have to say for yourself, Jose? This man's career is swirling around in the toilet right now.
Well, a lot of people don't know this because I'm a very, quiet person. But, King Chi ain't been part of Outfit for going on 2 years now. When I fall out with people, I don't make it public. It is what it is. So I don't know anything about what's going on with his career. You know what I mean? I do wish him the best of luck, but I don't necessarily care.
Let me ask you something. Hold on. Did y'all speak to each other yesterday?
No. When he was, but that wasn't like on no petty shit. Like I literally left and got me something to eat, and I heard they say next battle happening, and I'm eating. You know what I mean? So I'm like, oh shit. Then I ran in and got to my station to get behind the camera. He already, posted up, and then after the battle, he left immediately. So it was no for us to even ignore each other. You know what I mean? We literally didn't even have a chance to interact.
Okay.
But I agree with y'all. King Chi used to be like really dope. I don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? The battle, Joy Linwood did his thing, and it's not like Joy Linwood went super crazy. And I'm not trying to
did not go crazy, but he was good. But
he said he did not go crazy.
He didn't go crazy. It was a beatable round.
He said it in the beginning of the round. He was like, even to make this fair, I'm only going to use one slogan. Like, he knew that Chi wasn't going to come with it for some reason. You know what I mean? I don't know how he knew that, but
crazy.
King Chi was like, out of performances that I've seen of King Chi before, it was like a lesser version of him. You know what I mean? It was like the great value King Chi had showed up. And like a lot of stuff that he said didn't make sense. Where he lost me is he started dissing Michigan niggas. You know what I mean? I took a lot of points away from that.
Like who?
No, not in general.
Yeah, like in general, he was like, every time I come to Michigan, it smelled like.
Oh,
I don't remember exactly what he said. Yeah, he was like Detroit rappers can't rap. The material wasn't right for the room. If he would have said,
it sounded like he was self-destruct or something. Like you ever just
what it sounded like, Foster? It sounded like the man pulled up, wrote his bars in the parking lot.
It was so crazy, and full disclosure, like he reached out to me, like, man, I'm trying to get on the car. By the end of the weekend, and like, so I'm thinking he's motivated and he's ready to redeem himself and stuff like that. I'm like, hey,
his round was worse than the one versus Ill Will.
Oh, come on.
Honestly, and it
was worse.
I don't give a fuck. This is one of the worst rounds in battle rap I've ever heard in my life. And
I gotta see this battle.
I ain't gonna say that. And it wasn't that bad.
The worst. It
was terrible.
It was not that bad.
I'm not talking about no Snook versus. No, I'm not talking about no shit like that. I'm talking about a serious battle.
But just bad.
He started choking on the weirdest bar, and he kept saying it. Like I would have threw in the towel like a while ago. He choked on the bar. What was the bar? Something about draws, and he kept saying this shit.
Oh, that's why y'all keep. That's I be. I'm on the out. I don't know what the fuck.
You'll see.
I was like, what the fuck is going on? It like that was the Twilight Zone moment of the battle. You know how like at some events like some shit would happen, you be like, what the fuck just happened? That was King Key Round versus Joey Linwood was that moment, bro. Like I didn't understand what I was watching. Like
Joy was Joey at 80, not 100. He didn't choke or stumble. He just was, he was just rhyming, and he was good. He just wasn't the Linwood that,
And I feel like when he's not battling somebody that he feels gonna test him, I feel like it shows because he's already very lax. Joey is very, kick back. So if he feel like I can't remember the last time Joey battled somebody that he really I can't say respected. Like the Steve battle, he was really trying to. He really thought he had some. He knew he had trouble in his hands when he battled Steve. But other than that, I feel like Joey Los of the Don battle was a crazy battle too.
He was actually funny last night.
Really, and Joey is very funny despite the fact that his material isn't normally. His material is usually pretty serious, but
his material was funny last night.
Okay, well, yeah, in real life, that's kind of Joey. Like he's funny, dude. But
yeah.
All right, yeah. What's next?
Where we at next?
The last battle of the night was Mac Myron versus Snap.
You're missing one, ain't we?
It's gotta be
Tony Nova versus Casey James.
No.
What else happened?
Butter versus.
I ain't heard
How did I forget that? Butter versus OG Male. Okay. I gotta see it on camera. In the building, I kinda edged it to OG Male, but sometimes that be the factor of you ain't seen a motherfucker in a while, or a factor of a motherfucker be from out of town. You know what I mean? That happens when we see Butter all the time. You know what I mean? So I gotta really watch it on cam because Butter was good. It wasn't the best Butter I ever seen, but it was a really good matchup. It was a really good matchup. But I think I edge it to Male just because he had a little bit more. I don't know. It is just a little bit more something. I can't really put my finger on it. It's definitely a rewatchable battle. I can't be mad if anybody sway either way.
Nobody is like OG Male. So the one thing about it is you probably gonna see some stuff that you don't normally see every time. So especially if you don't see him for several years. It's been years since I've seen him battle. So I think the last time I saw him was when he battled Blu-ray and Flint, I want to say. But I can see you saying that, but Butter's pretty consistent. He always gonna bring you some nice quotable.
That battle was like you got Butter going first, right? So Butter's jab, 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 punch, jab, 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 punch, right? Like consistent, like nice little punches here and there. Butter was going, but it was consistent the whole thing. With Male, you had Male saying some shit, shaking the room, and then a couple of dry spots, shake the room, couple of dry spots, shake the room. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, it just depends. And then like the material was like, Butter was more like shoot 'em up, bang, bang type shit.
Yeah, that's Butter. That's Butter.
Where Mel was just talking that shit, man.
He's talking about smashing aunties.
Oh man, he's smashing your grandma.
Oh, grandma.
He's talking about smashing his grandma, man.
See, who talks like that?
It was crazy, man. Like, but you could tell, like, Butter rap, and Butter was good. And then OG Male starts his slogan in the beginning. And the whole room, somebody about to die.
That's what I want.
Whole room.
I wanted to know if he said that, because if he didn't say that, throw the whole round away.
Man, he has the best slogan on earth, man. He started off his shit. because it was like females in the building. So when he was like the old guy, and it was like, oh shit, because they ain't never heard that shit.
Yeah.
Then he got to that, somebody about to die, and everybody in the building said it. So he had the energy going into before he could even get started. And he was cooking a little bit. He shook the room a couple of times. And it was just like, damn, man, this nigga's very entertaining. But it's a close battle. I had to watch it again. Butter asked me if he got that, and I told Butter to his face, I said, it's close, man. It's close. It's a preference battle. I may have edged Mel, but at the same time, I was wanting to see Mel. He hadn't battled in 2 years, so I was sitting there waiting for it. So I can't give an honest, clean opinion about it because I wanted him to shake the room,
Yeah. All right,
Main event.
Mac and Snap. Let me hear something.
Mac, all leg jokes.
I believe it.
Just when you thought you couldn't hear a leg joke that wasn't funny, Mac brought a couple that was funny.
I believe it. Mac funny, so.
And Mac was saying all night, I ain't got no leg jokes. No.
That's the underplay.
They was all leg jokes.
All of them?
90% of his shit was leg jokes. And he didn't even rap that long. I think he might have rapped about 2 or 3 minutes.
What?
You think so? I think he rapped his exact time.
What, 5?
Well, you think he rapped 5 minutes?
Maybe a little bit under because I started recording before he started rapping. So he rapped about 4 minutes.
Okay.
We'll see. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
So they say that.
But I'm gonna tell you this. That was a beatable round by Mac. And in my opinion, I'm sorry, Snap. You did not take that. You didn't take advantage of it. What Snap should have did was wrote a 9-minute round. Because Snap had a rap about 3 more minutes, it wouldn't have been.
It would have been clear. Yeah,
it would have been clear for Snap. Snap round was just about as long as Mac's, and he ended it. And Snap was cooking.
Yeah, Snap always cook. Snap always cook. He's never bad. He just never raps a super long time. And Snap battled in Chicago last week.
You got no show.
Oh, really?
You got no show in Chicago.
That's horrible.
Drove all over Chicago, got no show.
Snap always show up. I've never seen Snap no show in battle too.
Snap he's been on a run where that's fucked up. He's been on a tear where for a while he was like messing up, and then he got back into his bag.
Right.
But I think Snap should have rapped about 2 or 3 more minutes. If he'd had rapped about 2 or 3 more minutes with the same kind of material, it wouldn't have been close.
I would have pieced together my Chicago shit if I could.
Bruh, look, you didn't rap the week before, I'd have used some of that shit. You know what I'm saying? But Snap was going, though. He was cooking.
Well, damn, all them battles sound like decent battles. It's something worth watching. Those Dope was fire. Raven was fire.
The only battle that was the only performance that wasn't good was King Cheese. Everybody else did all right.
Sometimes those bad performances are ones that you kind of want to watch too. Like, I almost want to see how is it really as bad as. I mean, I assume it is because it's a resounding like everybody's saying the same thing, but.
Okay. I'll say this.
That shit was trash.
Let me say this because I ain't saying my opinion on the Mac and Snap.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's debatable. I gotta see it. I gotta watch it like 2, 3 times.
It's debatable from a lot of people.
But I want to edge it to Snap just because it's debatable. Like, when the last time you heard Mac having a debatable for real?
Especially when if they had put a poll up, it would have been 95% Mac.
Wait, hold on, man. We are not going to.
We ain't doing that.
We're not about to uplift mediocrity, man.
He not
Unless,
letting that through.
unless you got some fifth place ribbons on your in your mantle, man. I don't want to hear this.
All right, so okay, let's talk about this. If Arsenal battles Fair Funeral and makes it debatable, and a battle that you would have swore and put your last dime that Arsenal would have killed her, are people not likely to be like, well, as close as she made it, I gotta edge Fair?
It's a debatable battle. If it's a debatable battle, ain't no shit.
I don't like the word debatable. I feel like you got to give a winner moment. Debatable is a cop out. When you talk, like it's
Foster, I can pull up some YouTube where you said something was debatable.
Yeah, but I still edge though. I still edge someone one way or another.
Well, okay.
I rarely leave it out.
If that's the case, then damn it, Arsenal edged Fair Funeral.
Yeah, fair enough.
I ain't giving nobody shit.
Ain't shit gang.
Ain't shit gang.
I ain't giving nobody shit. If you know, I ain't gonna, because you made it close. I ain't gonna give you the victory. Ty don't go to the runner and battle rap.
But you know what? If anybody got a winner, smack and snap, despite on what their tiers are, if you got a winner off that Mac and Snap just off the building, you lying. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. It's too
I want to
close.
see it. I got to run it back. I got to see it.
But as far as the King Chi, Joey Linwood battle, yes, it is that bad. In June, to challenge what you were saying, give me two battles that was at that same level of just like, dude, if that's the beauty of YouTube or watching stuff on the tube, because you can click that shit off and go watch Dude Perfect or something.
You ready?
You know, I swear if I was
like, give you two? I'm ready.
Huh?
I'm ready. I can give you two right now.
Who?
Susur versus Rex.
All right. No, in Michigan.
You didn't say that, motherfucker.
Well, you mean to tell me that was as bad as the King Chi battle?
No. He said name two battles that was worse. And I said Susur versus Rex. That was worse than King Chi battle. Damn. King Chi he did the same shit versus Ill Will, but less.
Yeah. I feel like he actually had a few good things in the Ill Will battle. I can't remember what they were.
But he had maybe a couple. Didn't was
he say
less.
He had genie pants on? I think he got some funny shit in that battle. But it was funny because they were dressed the same. That was funny.
Yeah.
Well, one thing about this round, one thing I will say, it was a bar that he said it was funny. What did he say?
He wore basketball shorts for draws.
Oh yeah, that was one. I wasn't going to say that one. I was going to say where he said you lost your side tooth when you bit into an ice cream sandwich or some shit like that. I was like, all right, he got the crowd with that one. But that was
getting that funny bag. Because I'm used to seeing the uplifting and black culture. Does he still talk that shit?
Yeah, he was.
I might like some of that shit.
No, he wouldn't. No.
It
wasn't. He said it was the worst he's ever seen. I've seen worse. It wasn't the worst. It was just. It was King Chi versus Ill Will. One notch lower than that.
One notch lower.
I gave it.
That was disappointing too, because that's a big opportunity.
I was a big King Chi fan, man. To that outfit shit, and that just.
I don't know.
Once you go to outfit.
Anyway,
shout out to Outfit League, man.
For real, he thinks that I told Clean Paper to duck him.
Oh, we gonna move on to that. Austin, you was in Cali, man.
So what happened? I was in Cali. Gotti put together a crazy event on his league called the Riot. The name of the card was Division. It had some big names on it.
Why you ain't see Coffee, man?
Man, you know what? they were blowing up on Twitter right before our show started. And it has something to do with the like she's got issues with some of the other female battle rappers. I know Jazz and Casey J are going to be on his show on Tuesday, and yeah. So Jazz and Casey J are going to be on the show on Tuesday, and I feel like Coffee might have some issues with that. There was talks of restraining orders and a lot of shit, but basically, I got a chance to talk to A Ward. He was definitely ready to perform. I talked to some people that heard his material, and I heard it was very crazy. So I'm kind of disappointed I didn't get a chance to see that. I'm glad that wasn't like the main criteria to get going, because that would have sucked ass. But yeah. So the coffee battle didn't happen. Loso and Cali Smooth, that was one of the battles I was definitely looking forward to. That battle lived up to the hype. Man, his smooth flips were crazy. Oh my god. One of the things he talked about was he said the moonwalk and the fade away. You don't have to see the best smooth ever, or something like that. Something like that. He went on this angle about how Kelly Smooth got beat up in Hawaii. And
what?
Yeah, he got beat up real bad in Hawaii, like almost lost his life.
I thought it was in a car accident.
That too.
That happened too?
Yeah. No, that one was really messed up because he talked about that in the battle, because he actually lost some people in that accident. He survived, but Loso has Cali Smooth had this bar before where it said that I probably shook the hand that shot hit me, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then he says, A Ward, you got married in Hawaii. You probably shook the hand that punched Cali or some bullshit. He flipped it. Loso's real witty, and he's good at angles and stuff like that. I won't spoil all of it, but Loso definitely had a good performance, good 3 rounds. Real Name Brandon and Chef Trez. That was a pretty good battle.
I heard that was good, man.
Yeah, Brandon was actually booked to battle Coogee on a previous card. And in my head, I was thinking like, man, but after watching that performance, Real Name Brandon. Chef Trez was Chef Trez. He had the rebuttals. The event was at an airport. Like a small, like the Compton Airport, not the LAX. So there was airplanes on the side. So he was, you know how Chef Trez does. Trez was Trez. Franchise had probably one of the better performances tonight. And the nice thing, a lot of them 3-round battles, you go to these small leagues sometimes, or these up-and-comer independent leagues, a lot of times they end up being 1-rounders. But most of these battles are 3-round battles. The Cali battle, the Trez battle, the franchise battle was 3 rounds. OG Moon, battle L.I. the Mayor. I missed a lot of that battle. But that was one of those OG conversations. A lot of gray hair and old time shit going on in that battle. Ratchet and Coogee was all right. The crowd wasn't really good too much. It was right after the Brandon this battle, so I feel like people were a little. They went right into the Coogee and Ratchet battle, and I feel like a lot of people kind of stepped out. And, I don't know. The crowd just never really got all the way into it. But Coogee did take the poll 80%, 20%, away from home. So that's something to be said for that. One of the consensus battle of the night was actually G-Lo and Fake. I was never a big G-Lo fan, but he definitely you know, convinced me that he was better than I thought he was. That battle was kind of funny because it was two niggas with glasses. They like clearly set that up because they were two niggas with glasses. But it ended up being a great battle. You know? A lot of these matchups were pretty good. Other than that, the Ron Conference battle I didn't really watch, and then the Bobby Lee and Primo battle. That battle was actually $500, and that ended up being the last battle of the night. So I stepped out to get something to eat, but I think Bobby Lee won. So overall, y'all get a chance, check out the Riot. The Riot, they got some cool battles over there. Pretty much all the top Western Conference guys. That's where they battle for the most part. But overall, good event. It was cool. I got to meet. Well, I had already met him in New York, but Jay Mills lives in Cali, so got to chop it up with him. I chop it up with Flat, Saint. It was pretty cool event though. Overall.
Let me ask you something, Foster. You I know you know all about this. You're close with the brother, but I don't know him from a can of paint. But I think he's undervalued. I'm talking about that little cool. I know y'all are cool, so it probably go under the radar if you said something. But I just want to say he needs a bigger stage and a bigger plate, man. The niggas, he cold. Man.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, me knowing what's on his plate, that's not something you got to worry about. Because,
he's overdue.
Yeah, he's definitely overdue, and he's definitely got some people in his corner that believe in him, that are willing to, certain matchups happen, make certain matchups happen for him. So, he's got a lot. I don't want to say, but he's gonna be on a lot of platforms coming up, and you're definitely gonna see him against some top-notch competition. A lot of these matchups he's taking right now are, to definitely, hone his skills and prepare him for some of these matchups, because he's definitely going to get tested coming up. And as much as he works, as hard as he works, he's still finding out what works best, and because he's battled in Atlanta and LA and Cleveland and Flint, and I think that you learn something from all those experiences. So, it's definitely experiences that are going to help him in the future as he gets on these bigger platforms, because he's going to be on. He'll be back on RB, back on King. He's going to be on King to Die.
He needs to be somewhere, man. That boy, he cold, man.
June, if you control battle rap, who would you put Coogee against right now? Who would you put him against?
Damn, I just like seeing him against punchers. Like they've tried to book the Trez battle a million times. Something always comes up.
That's the something that should come up.
Man, they've been trying to book that for so long. I just want to see him against a lot of the top punchers. He's battled Rum Nitty and stuff like that. So I almost, if I say it, I'm gonna be giving shit away. But just a lot of these, like a Rider. I would love to see him against like a Rider or that
we fired.
Or a Saint. He called out Saint in the battle. That's another guy. So in due time, because like I said, when you got people around you that believe in you, you're gonna get tested, because he's the face of UBL Underground Battle. So, they definitely gonna put him to the test. We're under a minute right now, so we don't get caught up. I don't know if there's anything. Damn, we didn't get a chance to talk about the CALICOE shit.
WWF.
Man,
that's the fire.
Why you do Tay-Rock like that, man?
Man, yeah, he said come on. I would come off the hip, but why I kill a nigga? Never kill a nigga. That shit. That nigga was talking crazy.
Talking about his jewelry.
Farrah talking about she had to get
smashed Farrah.
It was cool to see him with a lot of Michigan guys that you normally want to game against, like Ill Will, Mac Myron, and that was cool. That was cool.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, that's why Calico stays in demand, because he knows how to stir shit up. Like that
shit was dope. That was a dope song. I like that.
I drink tequila, I don't fuck with rum.
Yeah.
But yeah,
and if you go look at the comments on YouTube, they feeling it.